Hello, storytellers. Welcome back to Storytelling Tarot. This is Jeida K Story, and I am once again so excited to be with you, especially today. I took a few days off to take care of my body. I wanted to restore my soul and just get some time to rejuvenate, and I have done that. And so I have some exciting videos coming up in the future. But as I was planning, the ancestral fathers communicated that they had more to say to us. And so I am so honored that they will spend time with us to share their wisdom. Now, as you can see from the title of this video, the ancestral fathers got jokes. What kind of reading is this going to be? Well, obviously you can already see that we don't have cards that we're starting with today. We're actually going to do some bibliomancy, which is one of my favorite ways to divine. And so I was given 3 messages from a book, The Hoodoo Book of Flowers by Elder Arthur Ricky Dog Flowers. And so these are going to be the messages that ground each chapter. From there, we're going to look into where you are right now, where you want to be, and what the ancestors have to say about it, specifically what the fathers have to say. And if you're wondering, what is this ancestors got jokes, ancestor fathers got jokes, what's that about? So, okay, so if you're like me, look, I'm black. I'm from the South, so we know a little bit about, people roasting you, jonesing on you, like people got jokes sometimes. And so what happened is I was spending time with the ancestral fathers, and as I started, divining on some things in my life and to try to gain some clarity around some situations in my life, I was chuckling and laughing because they were reading me for filth, y'all. And I said, "Oh, y'all got jokes." But how many of y'all know that even when it comes to the elders, sometimes the wisdom that they give us is wrapped in humor. And so that's where the theme of this reading came from. And so I pray that it is beneficial to you, that you are open to receive the loving nudges from the ancestral fathers today. So we're going to get into it. Before we do that, I want to thank you for being with me, for rocking with me, for clicking on this video. If you are interested in booking a one-on-one reading with me, I definitely recommend that you check the information in the description box that has all the information about how to get a one-on-one reading with me. I would love the opportunity to spend time with you at the tarot table. So, as always, we're going to have 3 chapters to choose from. You have chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3. If you need to pause the video to kind of go within and figure out which one is calling to you, as I always say, there may be multiple chapters that are calling to you. And if that's the case, I encourage you to watch them all. But without further ado, we are going to get into chapter 1. Hey, chapter 1, welcome to your Ancestral Fathers Got Jokes reading. I'm really excited to get into this with you. We're going to start by reading your bibliomancy message from the Hoodoo Book of Flowers, and then we're going to pull some cards to get some tea on your situation and to hear the wisdom from the Ancestral Fathers. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay. See, maybe I'll lift it up a little bit. Yeah, that's better. All right, and it's from the Hoodoo Book of Flowers 2, 9, and 1. And it says, Fortitude, the fine art of taking the hammer. Every true achievement requires fortitude, the ability to endure discomfort while positioning yourself for your next move, the ability to sustain a campaign until it succeeds, the ability to be a straight lick with a very crooked stick. No matter how twisted the path, how rocky the road, you can always make progress. Don't let nobody tell you different. You can always maintain. All right, so chapter 1, the ancestral fathers are saying to you, like they're talking about you sticking with a thing, speaking about fortitude, speaking about all the ways that they want you to continue on, to continue on, to persevere. They're also speaking about your abilities and what you're actually capable of. And I'm wondering if you know what you're capable of. I'm wondering if you understand like how much creativity and inner knowing and bravery exists inside of you. Because it feels like your ancestral fathers are wanting that to come to the surface. They don't want that to be something that's buried down on the inside of you. That's something that they want you to showcase because you're going to need it. That's what's going to actually fuel your fortitude for the path ahead. So let's get some cards and let's see more about what it is they are speaking about, what it is that you might need some fortitude for. Okay, so we're going to do a 3-card spread. And the first card is going to be for where you are now. The next was going to be where you want to be. And then the last card is going to be how you're going to get there. This one speaking to me. This one? Okay, no, not that one. This one. Okay. And how my chapter one's going to get there. Which one? I said the one at the bottom. Okay, very good. All right. So for where you are now, we have the 4 of Cups. Where you want to be, 6 of Swords, and how you're going to get there. Princess of Pentacles. Ooh. So, chapter 1, you're showing up as the 4 of Cups. And for where you are now, it is literally, it's here. The ancestral fathers are saying you're sitting on opportunities. The ancestral fathers are saying that you are sitting on opportunities. They're saying you're not even aware of how they're working for you right now. You're not even aware of your own majesty and your own mystique. That you're not even aware of the gifts and opportunities that are like right at your door. What I'm actually hearing is that some of you have overlooked some opportunities because it didn't come in the package that you were expecting. So this is what they're saying, but where you are right now is in a place of like discontent. You're feeling like there's not enough happening right now. Like things are kind of like staying still. Like things are not moving at the pace at which you would like them to move. People are not showing up in the ways in which you would like for them to show up. And so it almost feels like you feel a little apart because the card that represents where you want to go is, or where you want to be right now, is the 6 of Swords. You're ready to move. Some of y'all are literally like y'all physically are ready to move to a new location. Some of y'all are ready to explore new things. Some of you are ready to get out of the place where you're in. And so for this 4 of Cups, it feels like some of y'all might be stuck in a job, stuck in a relationship, stuck in some type of situation that just does not feel good to you anymore. And you're wanting to move forward. But your spirits are saying like there's something that you've overlooked. You've overlooked or forgotten our position in your life. The way that we're moving in your life, even in what is perceived as stillness, the divine is still moving for you. So the question is, how are you going to get there? You have the Princess of Pentacles, which will be the Page of Pentacles. And this is talking about like your spirits are saying you want to move forward, but you haven't prepared yourself. You want to move forward, but the opportunities that have come your way, you haven't seized them. And so when it comes to your ancestral fathers having jokes, what they're saying is, I mean, you got what it takes, but you act like you don't know it. They got jokes. And so now I understand why they spoke to you about fortitude, why they spoke to you about needing to beat the path, even if your stick is crooked. Because sitting down and folding your arms because things are not shaping up the way you thought or the way you want them to will cause you to miss out on what's available, will cause you to spit on your blessings, will cause you to completely overlook how you can actually be in preparation to receive. So let's see. I want to ask the ancestral fathers where. So this is where you want to be, but I want to know where they think. We're going to ask for their wisdom since we got them here, right? Let's ask them where they think you should be, where they think you should be right now. What for everyone in chapter 1? I want to ask the ancestral fathers where should they be focusing their energy? Where should they be now? Okay. We have the moon and the 6 of Pentacles. So the ancestral fathers are saying you are wanting to move on to the next thing. You are wanting to move forward with the 6 of Swords. And what's interesting is like it's them saying yes, you're kind of that's kind of what we have in mind for you too. But it feels like they're actually wanting you, instead of you moving forward, they're wanting you to do some inner deeper emotional and spiritual work with the moon. There's something about you digging deeper down into the depths of who you are. Wherever it is that you're focused on right now, chapter 1, it feels like your ancestral fathers are saying, I really want you to get down into the belly of the depths. I want you to investigate your intentions. I want you to focus on what it is you are planning to do. I want you to actually let your stillness be intentional, not for you to want to move on to the next thing because you're bored. I want you to think about what you can be doing in this season that will bring about some deeper healing that you might be ignoring right now. So rather than you sailing on the waters to your next destination, what I'm hearing is that they want you to take the plunge and go deep. And then we have the 6 of Pentacles. 2 sixes on the table. 6s speaking about healing and harmony and balance. And so what I'm hearing from the 6 of Pentacles is that they want you to actually put in some work here. They want you to put in some work. They don't want you to wait on things to be handed to you. They want you to actually make some investments in yourself. Make some investments. Remember, the way that you get to where you're trying to go is represented by the Princess of Pentacles. Someone who has received an opportunity and taken it. They've studied, they're learning, they're exploring. They're not seated in a place of despair or boredom or contempt. Your ancestral fathers are saying, get up from this place. It's time for you to get some fortitude. It's time for you to begin to put in some effort, for you to see the changes that you desire. I know you might be discouraged, and that's all right. But you can't stay down there. You got to get up. Fortitude. Let's read this one more time. It says, fortitude is the fine art of taking the hammer. Every true achievement requires fortitude, the ability to endure discomfort while positioning yourself for your next move, the ability to sustain a campaign until it succeeds. Until it succeeds. So that means you don't stop in the middle. You don't stop because it doesn't seem like it's guaranteeing or giving you the results right away, because then you'll miss what's coming. Your answer prayer is right there. The opportunity is right there, but you can't see. Fortitude will have you continuing to look around every nook and cranny for what you've asked for what you're hoping for. It says that fortitude is the ability to beat a straight lick with a very crooked stick. No matter how twisted the path, how rocky the road, you can always make progress. Don't let nobody tell you different. You can always maintain. And that's why they want you to invest in yourself. That's why they want you to invest in your spirituality, is what I'm hearing. Investing in your healing. Some of y'all are going to literally need to invest your energy, your time, your resources. And they're saying, when you do that, you will maintain. That progress is certain and sure. Ooh. All right, so I just want to ask, before we close and move to the next group, I just want to ask the Ancestral Fathers for a closing word from my chapter ones. What's like their closing wisdom for this group? This one? Okay. What's the closing word for everyone in my chapter one? Spiritual work. Look, bottom of the deck. I am talking to you. Yeah. So anybody in this group who was like, oh no, maybe I picked the wrong chapter. This probably isn't the pile for me. Yeah, it is. And what did I say about spiritual? Some of y'all need to invest in your spirituality. Some of y'all may have been feeling stagnant, and you may be thinking, it's other people around me. If my job would just, if my boss would appreciate me and see me, if, I've been putting in all this effort. I don't know what they're talking about. What is Jeida talking about, putting in all this extra effort? I'm doing that. Spirit is saying it's the spiritual work that needs to move things. It's the spiritual work that needs to happen. When have you called on your ancestral fathers to help things move for you? And when you call on them, have you waited for the answer? This is them saying, do some of that spiritual work. Stop trying to avoid the hard thing. Go into the depths. And the thing that I'm hearing them say is, we'll be there. You're not going to be down there by yourself. We are just as invested in your healing as you are, if not more, because we see things from a different perspective. And you deserve the world. That's gorgeous. All right, my chapter ones. I hope that was helpful for you. If you enjoyed this, then definitely give this video a like, a thumbs up to let me know. If you know indeed that your ancestral fathers are speaking to you, I want you to leave me a comment down below and say, they're talking to me. So I know. Thank you so much, chapter one, for watching this reading, and we'll see you in the next one. Hello, my chapter twos. Welcome to your Ancestral Fathers Got Jokes reading. I'm so excited to be doing this with you. So the way this is going to go, I'm going to open up your bibliomancy message, and then I'm going to pull some cards to get more insight into what the Ancestral Fathers have for you today. Let's get into this message. And it comes from the Hoodoo Book of Flowers from 1, 6, and 6. And it says, conduct yourself as you aspire to be, and you are. This is the essence of conjuration. This is the essence of character. Always strive to be the greater you, to be greater than you are. Evolve. Every decision is a crossroads from which we will either evolve or devolve. Conduct yourself as you aspire to be, and you are. I love that because the ancestral fathers are talking about the fact that even if you are not where you want to be right now, there's a timeline, as my good friend and sister Sarah McKeeper would say, there's a timeline where you already are in your level of expertise, where you already are thriving, where you're already in your idea of success that you have charted out for yourself, that you have planned for yourself. Your ancestors are already, they are, at this point, infinite. So they can see all the timelines. They can see and they can understand. And so they're saying for you to aspire to be, that is something that is like in the future and that you already are. So they're talking about the greatness that's already inside of you. The greatness that's going to take you to the place where you've already been dreaming. And so they're saying that you have a choice. Are you going to evolve or devolve? Are you going to grow and accept the challenge of becoming the dream that is you? Or are you going to allow the intimidations of the world to keep you in a small place? All right, so let's see what the ancestral fathers have to say. We're going to do a 3-card spread, and the cards are going to tell us 3 separate things. The first card is going to tell us, this one here is going to tell us where you are now. Then we're going to look at where you want to be. Ooh, that one. And we're going to look at how you're going to get there. Going to get one more. How are we going to get there? How are you going to get there? Okay. Where you are, the Hierophant, where you want to be, the 9 of Pentacles, and how you're going to get there, the Ace of Cups. This feels like my entrepreneurs group, or the group of people who want to be entrepreneurs, who want to break away from their jobs, who want to break away from certain ideas of labor, is what I'm getting. Some of you are in relationships and it seems like they have run their course. The Hierophant can also speak about marriages and unions. And so whether you are wanting to leave a relationship or leave a job, the reason why I say I feel like you want to leave is because the place that you're moving from the Hierophant, but you want to be, so you want to be in the 9 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles speaks about a self-made person. It can speak about an entrepreneur. It can speak about someone who has done all of this work on themselves, done all of this blooming, done all of this sowing good seeds, and now they are reaping their own harvest. And they're doing all of this work alone. And so it feels like for some of you, you have been in a place of, you're in a place of the Hierophant that sometimes makes us feel like we have to conform, that sometimes makes us feel like we have to follow the crowd or follow a particular leader or someone is with some type of power over us. But you are wanting to stand by yourself. You are wanting to do something else altogether. You are wanting to shrug yourself out of this. I saw someone like, it's almost like if someone were to come and like put like their approval. Imagine if approval was a cult. If this Hierophant is giving you their cult of approval, I just saw someone shrugging off like, no, I actually don't want that, or I actually don't need that. I can actually do this on my own. I can actually break away and be free. And so the ancestral fathers are saying, well, go be free then. Well, go do it then. They're offering that the way that you can do this thing that you want for yourself is the Ace of Cups. You got love, inspiration. They're saying, go follow your happiness. If you are in the era of the Hierophant right now, they're saying, when are you going to stop sacrificing your joy? When are you going to stop sacrificing your happiness? When are you going to stop putting your dreams aside for somebody else's? When are you actually going to build something for yourself? When are you going to start believing that you actually got the juice? That you actually have the creativity? That your dreams are worthy? Woo. Ooh, chapter 2. Your ancestors, your fathers got jokes. If you want to be happy, go be happy then. Who's stopping you? Ain't nobody stopping you but you. So, okay, so I'm going to pull 2 more cards. I want to know if this is where you want to be focused right now, is the 9 of Pentacles. I want to know what the ancestral fathers believe that you should be focusing on. Like, what do they think you need to be focusing on right now? Since we have them, we want their wisdom. So let me get one more card. That one standing out to me. Let's see. So the ancestral fathers believe that you should be focusing on The Chariot. Ooh. The Knight of Wands. Yeah. Yeah. Your ancestral fathers are so ready for you to make a move, chapter 2. What I saw when I'm looking at this Chariot card is like if you imagine your granddaddy or your favorite uncle, or what I'm really hearing is somebody's cousin is here. Somebody's it's a young person. It's like somebody's cousin literally just pulled up to your front drive, rolled the window down, and they're like, "Come on, let's go, let's ride." Like that's what I just saw. And I say cousin, but it could also be like an older brother, but it's definitely a younger person. But they're like, let's go. You got these dreams for yourself. Don't be stuck here. Don't be stuck here. This is where you are, but you don't have to stay there. Because look, it's funny we're talking about like a young person being in the car, because the Knight of Wands is definitely like that young energy of someone who's like, let's ride, let's move, let's go forward. What's interesting is that we are in the year of the Chariot. 2023 is a 7 year. So we're all in the year of the Chariot, but for you, chapter 2, your ancestral fathers and the menfolk in your family are saying that they are ready for you to make a move, and they want you to see that you're worthy of the forward action. They want you to know that even if you hop in the car and you're afraid of like deserts and dry places, they're saying you got the juice. You have the water. You can replenish yourself. That's why you already see yourself as the Nine of Pentacles. You already see a harvest. You already see blossoming. So I don't think that you have a self-confidence issue per se. I just think that there's sometimes you just need a little tweaking. But your ancestors are saying it's time for you to just go ahead and get in the car and just go. Just go. Because what could keep you stuck is that you want something that's a little stable. The Nine of Pentacles is stable. Somebody who's been doing this for a while. And that's a lot of pentacles, a lot of earth energy. And so they are talking about like you having enough faith in yourself to go ahead and make the move forward, even if things feel spontaneous. There's something about you just needing to pursue what's fun. Like what makes you happy, chapter 2? I want to read your message again with this context. It says, conduct yourself as you aspire to be, and you are. This is the essence of conjuration. This is the essence of character. Always strive to be the greater you, to be greater than you are. Evolve. Every decision is a crossroads from which we will either evolve or devolve. And so they're saying to you, chapter 2, that you are going to have to decide. Are you going to hop in the car with your elevated ancestral fathers and menfolk in your line and trust that if they're driving the car that's fueled by your own dreams, that you're going to end up exactly where you're supposed to be? Or are you going to stay with what is familiar, with what is expected of you? It's time to break free. So I'm going to get a closing word from the ancestral fathers. Before I do that, I'm going to ask you to do 2 things for me. One, if you're enjoying this reading, then smash that like button. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. And if this reading is resonating with you, I would love if you could type down in the comments, I got the juice. Like, as an affirmation, I got the juice. I can't wait to see the comments. So let's see. What's the closing word for my chapter 2s? What's the closing message from the ancestral fathers who love and support them and who pulled up in this reading? It's this one. Is it this one? It's this one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, unravel. Yeah. Chapter 2s, they just really want for you to release a little bit of control. A little bit of, again, I said earlier that I saw some of you shrugging off the Hierophant's approval. They're wanting you to not only shrug off someone else's approval, they want you to put on your own. They want you to approve of yourself. They want you to believe in your own gifts. They want you to trust them. And so this unravel card, I love the spirals because it reminds me of the Sankofa sign, and it reminds me of the ways in which sometimes we have to go back and spend time with our ancestors to get a clearer view of who we are. And also, it just reminds me of time travel, going back and going forward. And I said at the beginning, it was interesting, these symbols are just so powerful and loud to me because we talked about the Hierophant, which can represent religion and those types of ideas, these systems. And we have this cross right in the middle. And then we have the arrows pointing to the past and to the future. And I said that at the beginning of this reading, there's a timeline, there's a place in the timeline where you are already in your power, where you are already in your conjure, where you are already in the place that you see for yourself. They talked about aspiration, where you aspire to be, and you are. And so all they're saying for you, my chapter twos, is for you to release a little bit of control, a little bit of other people, like the external validation. External validation on its own is not a bad thing, but we can't have other people's validation be more important than our own. And so they're saying, so for me with this unravel is you untangling what is not yours to carry. Because listen, baby, you have ancestral fathers and brothers and cousins and menfolk who got the car gassed up and they're like, wherever you want to go, let's ride. And there are so many adventures that await. All right, my chapter twos. I hope that was helpful to you. We will see you in the next reading. Hey, chapter 3, welcome to your Ancestral Fathers Got Jokes reading. I'm really excited to get into this with you because so far the Ancestral Fathers have had a lot to say and we're grateful anytime they show up. So the way that this is going to work, we're going to start by reading your bibliomancy message and then we're going to pull some cards to see exactly what the ancestors have to say about your situation. So let's see what your message is. It is from 2:13 and 9, and it reads, redemption is at hand. Come stronger next time. Ricky Doc understands. Rise up, children. Shake the devil out your soul. All right. Redemption is at hand. Come stronger next time. Ooh. I am just like, what I just heard is don't let these people play in your face anymore. They've been playing in your face, and enough is what I'm hearing from your ancestral fathers. They've been playing in your face, and enough is enough. And it's interesting. I just picked up the deck to start shuffling to read, and the bottom of the deck was the devil. And that feels important. So I'm actually going to just leave that card right there. Because your ancestral fathers are talking about people playing in your face. Redemption is at hand. So it feels like it's about to be your comeback season. It feels like it's about to be your, it feels like you're about to rise up. In the reading, it says Ricky Doc understands, and that's, Elder Ricky Doc, who wrote the Hoodoo Book of Flowers. But you can replace that with anyone in your lineage who you connect with or who you want to connect with. Any of the fathers or menfolk, they're saying they understand what you've been through, and you're about to rise now. You're about to rise and take your place. Yeah. All right, so let's get some cards out here. Let's I think I'm gonna put, let's put that like right there. Okay, let's get some cards out here. I want to look, we're going to do a 3-card spread. I'm going to look at where you are now. We're going to look at where you want to be, and then how you're going to get there. Where you want to be and how you're going to get there. Okay. Where you are now is the 6 of Cups. Where you want to be is the Three of Pentacles. And how you're going to get there, the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh. All right. My chapter 3s. So this definitely feels like it's dealing with relationships, especially the way that this started. So where you are now with the Six of Cups, what's coming up, like, of course, like, many folks know, if you read tarot, if you're familiar with tarot, that this can be the card of nostalgia, the card of things coming back around, people coming back around. This can also be like soul connections, soul mates. I've heard it read as. And so, like, what's coming up for me, for you, my chapter 3s, is that where you are now, it feels like you are actually kind of stuck in the past. Something is like, I don't know if it's shame, if it's guilt, if it's an obligation, if something is keeping you stuck in a place and it has an emotional tie on you. It's like, I can't leave the situation, or I can't be free from the situation because I have this emotional connection. And it can be to a job, it can be to a person. It really feels like a relationship, but you know your situation better than I do. So apply it to wherever it resonates. But the Six of Cups, to me, is speaking about you being in a place of stuck in that past. And so I'm wondering, because the message that came forth at the beginning was that there's someone playing in your face. So I'm wondering, what is someone trying to hold over your head? Is there anyone trying to blame you for something? Or sometimes the blame is self-blame, and we have to deal with the emotions of that. We have to deal with the ways in which we're not gentle enough with ourselves. What's also coming up is, for some folks, this might be very specific, but was for some folks, it feels like there's a lot, there's maybe someone who's playing with your emotions when it comes to being in a serious relationship. It feels like some people are looking for a commitment, and maybe your partner or partners is not giving you what you deserve and what you desire. Because what I see for you all, for where you want to be, is the Three of Pentacles. And so for many of you, you are in a place of like being stuck in the past, but you're ready to move forward and build. You're ready to move forward and build. You're ready to actually, like, you're wanting to move beyond the emotion of this, and you're wanting to see something tangible in the world, that's something that can be proven, something that can be touched, something that feels worthwhile, something that will actually bring you wealth, abundance, and like safety is what I'm getting. So you feel safe. What's interesting, like this, you see, like, she's sitting on a pinnacle. So one of these pinnacles is literally stability. And so the only thing that's like very much so coming to me is that you have the power to make the change that you want to see in your life. And perhaps that's why we saw the devil at the beginning. In this particular depiction, which I love, the devil is the person who's seated here. And so what are the ways that we keep ourselves stuck in a situation? What are the ways that certain obligations and rules and roles keep us in a place longer than we want to be there? The Six of Cups, representing, at least what I'm intuiting, representing being stuck in the past and you wanting to move on where you can build and make something of yourself now. Your ancestral fathers are saying, you just have to start changing. They're saying, you want change? Well, change then. They're saying, you want to achieve something? Well, start making moves. They're saying, you feel stuck? They're saying, break up the stagnancy. They're asking, how can you change your own mind? How can you renew your own mind? Who might have been whispering in your ear to make you stay seated in a place where you don't want to be? Who has been playing in your face? But your ancestors are saying, it's time to rise, children. Beautiful that the quote was talking about children, and we started off with children. It's time to rise, children. For some of y'all, and this might be again specific, for some of you, you are being treated like a child. and you're a grown adult. Rise, children. Rise in your power. Beautiful how we can see this is where you are seated, but this is where you want to be. You're not a child. They're both sitting. They're both facing the same position. But here, they're taking what somebody else is trying to hold, keep them there. Oh, I know how to keep you there. Let me offer you something that you can't refuse. But you want to be here, creating, building, dreaming, intuiting, making something for yourself. This is where you want to be. And your ancestral fathers are here to say, all right, what I'm actually hearing, they're saying is they're going to actually have to step in. Ooh, all right. Somebody's very protective ancestor just stepped forward. Yeah. Yeah. It's somebody's yeah. That deep sigh is because somebody's very protective spirit is coming forward to say enough is enough. Your ancestral fathers, and if this is for you, hear me. Your ancestral fathers want you to call on them by name. And they're saying, this is very specific. You know, I literally just heard the name Roger. So if someone is watching this video and you have a father or someone in your lineage by the name of Roger, that could be a first or a last name. They're saying, call on us specifically to help you in this situation. We can help you move this. We can help this wheel turn for you in your favor. Yeah, that was for someone very specific, very specific. So I want to ask for everyone, for all the ancestral fathers, or for everyone in this group, I want to ask what they want you to focus on. I want to ask what they want you to focus on. Because this is where you are focused on the building, but I want to know what they want you to focus on. I want this one and this one. Look, bottom of the deck, before I even turn these cards over, is the Ten of Pentacles. They want you to be safe. They want you to have the stability. The same stability you want. Ooh, that's beautiful. You want the Three of Pentacles, right? That's achievement. That's like moving forward. And it's the beginning of something. You just like, if I could just start something, I just want to get a little something for myself. I want a little independence for myself. Your ancestral fathers are saying, actually, nah, we want you to have the fullest abundance, the fullest support. Call on us so we can see to it. Let's look at what else they want you to focus on. The Princess of Wands, the Six of Wands. Wow. You're creative. The people in this group, you're creative. You're creative, and they want you to create whatever it is that actually lights you up. And listen, they're like, going and get this car even off the table. They said enough of that energy, right? They want you to create. They want you to create. They want you to focus on your art. They want you to focus on what truly, truly, truly lights you up. What's beautiful is, you see how chapter 3, you saw yourself here, or you are sitting here and you saw yourself here, which is another iteration of this place. They're saying, no, we see you running. We see you winning. We see you chasing boldly, courageously after your dreams, and we see you successful. They want you to focus on that success. They want you to focus on you receiving attention, like a lot of care and a lot of attention. The Six of Wands is someone who has come out of a difficult battle, and they have won, and they are receiving the victory, and they are receiving the acclaim. And there's something about you lavishing love on yourself in that way. This is also them saying that they see you as this. They see you as a winner. They see you as someone who has so much to offer and so much to give to the world, that you have been in a place of people almost sucking up all of your energy and all of your time and all of what you have. Like I said, this energy here that's keeping you, it's emotional, but they're saying they want you to feel your flames are fueled, to focus on you winning. Yeah, it feels like for this particular group, they're less about having jokes. Like, this is really, honestly, isn't they your the spirits in this group, they're not for play. Not at all. The spirits in this group are not for play. They're actually like wanting to like fight for you. The card that fell out for the final word was the Two Worlds. What I'm getting for you, my chapter threes, is that they see so much for you, and they want you to also be aware. They want you to, you see the Two Worlds is on its side. It's not exactly as above, so below yet. Not yet, but it can. All that they're saying is they want you to begin to see yourself the way they see you. They don't want you to settle for just sitting and getting your three little pentacles. Even though you'll be perfectly fine, because it's like, this is better than what I had. They want you to experience the Ten of Pentacles. They want you to call on them to get your Ten of Pentacles. They want you to see yourself as victorious. They want you to run fast after what lights you up. Take your passions, and let them blaze a new path of success for you, of growth for you, of abundance for you, of support for you. So I want to read this one more time. And if this message is resonating for you, I would love if you could smash that like button and drop me a comment and say, I am victorious. If this is resonating with you, I want to see those comments. I am victorious. So your message once more says, redemption is at hand. Come stronger next time. Ricky Doc, and I said you can replace this with any ancestor whose name you know, and even if you don't know all of the menfolk who love you in your line, you can just say the ancestors, the ancestral fathers who I don't even know, but who know me. They understand. Rise up, children. Wow. What does it say? I did not even think about this. Shake the devil out of your soul. Wow. Woo. All right, my chapter threes. That is the end of this reading. I hope that that was helpful for you. I hope that you know that your ancestral fathers love you and they want to see you thrive. They want to see you running toward your success. They want to see you winning. They want you to know that you are loved and supported. And they ain't going nowhere because they are very mindful of you and are willing to fight some battles for you. All you got to do is call them by name. And if you don't know their names, it don't even matter because they know yours. All right, my loves, we'll see you in the next video.